Okay. Gerade noch Glück gehabt. Ah, guck mal, hier ist die nächste Bombe. Gut. Gucken wir uns jetzt hier mal um. Ganz in Ruhe. Bombe ist bestimmt hier woanders. So, Bullet. Ah, okay, da war die Pistole. Okay. Ha. Ha. Okay. Ach, guck mal da. Das ist ja fies versteckt. Das ist ja richtig, richtig böse versteckt. Nice. Ach, schon wieder falscher Knopf. Nice, haben wir hier schon mal die Bombe weg. So, schlaft gut, wir sehen uns später. Da bringe ich schon wieder eine schöne, sehr, sehr schöne Ladung Schlaf.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, geh mir schon Sack.
Sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building. And then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
Was? Also ich habe gerade sowieso nicht zugehört, aber was? Alter. Frauen.
Is there somebody there? Who is that?
Still. War jetzt hier nicht irgendwo noch ein Soldat? Nicht? Ich freue mich, was das angeht, auf jeden Fall. Jetzt machen wir erstmal die Bomben weg und dann folgt der Hase. Guten night. Okay, hier ist noch eine Bombe versteckt, aber ich sehe hier keine. Dann kann das doch eigentlich nur um das sein. Oder hier. Wir kommen jetzt hier endlich rein. Finde ich gut. Das war knapp. So, haben wir das auch erledigt. Die Patronen nehme ich natürlich immer sehr, sehr gerne mit. Okay, wir können jetzt da nicht durchsneaken. Was ich sehr schade finde. Ich möchte nämlich gerne alles hier mitnehmen, was geht. Okay. Kann ich hier durchsneaken? Ja, kann ich. Okay. Box 1. Okay. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Und davon ziemlich viel. So, wieder zurück. Okay, hier können wir es auch nicht durchsneaken. Ah, okay. Aha. Und go.
This is Raiden. The C4 found in strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
Good work. Only one more left to go.
Jawohl.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I'll go see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb 5 years ago, I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well, I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't
Alles
ask for
klar.
Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
Viel zu viel Wahrheit. So. Jetzt rausführen, dann haben wir noch eine Bombe übrig und wir wissen ja schon, wo sie ist. Ist ja Gott sei Dank der Vorteil. So. Kann ich hier runterkriechen? Nein, kann ich nicht. KD. Okay, weiter. Egal. So. Komme ich jetzt hier raus? Nein. Ich muss hier noch weiter kriechen. Ja gut. Dann krieche ich weiter. So. Und auf zur letzten Bombe. Dann muss ich ja jetzt... Genau. Nicht genau. Doch, jetzt genau. Hier lang noch. War ja nicht irgendwas... Okay. Okay, die Pistole macht mit denen nichts. Okay, wo ist denn hier der Soldat, der hier eben war? Der ist runtergegangen. Warte. Ah. Der ist wieder... Oh, der ist wieder runtergegangen. Ja, dann gehe ich auch runter. Komm. Komm, schlaf ein. Danke. Weil, dann kann ich nämlich das hier machen. Oder auch nicht, weil das Teil direkt wieder abtaucht. Okay, geräuschintensiv oder geräuschanfällig ist das Teil jetzt nicht. Das finde ich jetzt gut. Ich kann nur nicht treffen. Nice. Gar nicht kompliziert. Gar nicht. Gar nicht, gar nicht, gar nicht. Komm, wir gehen jetzt erstmal hier rein. Ich glaube, wir kommen auch da auch nur von oben rein. Tatsächlich.
Who's that? Enemy sight.
Oh nein.
Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
So, Jetzt muss ich da mich schnell verstecken.
I have the last C4 frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4, and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, the whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined use of a neutron scintillator and a hydrogen bomb detector.
You brought that stuff with you?
Of course. I made the calibrations while I was in the pantry.
Does it work?
I just tested it, and it definitely responds. But the best I can do is a sound beacon, not the radar.
Sound?
The shorter the interval between beacons, the closer the target.
I get you.
There's another one in that pantry I was in. You can go back and get it.
It's all
Alles
yours,
klar.
Raiden.
I'm going to study it some more and see if the freezing process will work. Don't touch the other one until I say so.
Okay. I'll stand by until you radio in.
The situation is normal. All clear. It was nothing. All clear.
Ne. Nichts passiert.
Nothing here.
Okay, schauen wir uns jetzt mal weiter um. Okay. Die ist immer noch versperrt, schade.
Freeze!
Gut, dass es geklappt hat. Ja, hier kommen wir immer noch nicht rein. Schade. Ach, wir kommen hier rein. Nice.
Be careful. There are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Okay.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Minensuchgerät, okay. Haben wir sowas? Irgendwie nein. Also zurück. Ich möchte nämlich ungern in die Luft fliegen. Ich glaube, das ist nachvollziehbar. Ah, ich komme hier überall immer noch nicht rein. Blade. Level 2. Habe ich leider nicht. Level 3 erst recht nicht. So, was ist denn hier? Level 3 komme ich auch nicht rein. Ja gut, das ist jetzt hier das Lager. So. Ja, geht mal nachgucken. So, jetzt gehen wir nochmal ins Lager aus und holen uns diesen Sensor. Ernsthaft. Der liegt hier noch zum Schlafen. Das heißt... Wunderbar. Und weiter. Das passt doch schon perfekt. Wir kommen hier sehr, sehr gut durch. Und das freut mich tatsächlich auch. Ah, der ist auch wieder wach. So, dreh dich jetzt um. Dann sorge ich dafür, dass du wieder ein Mittagsschläfchen machen kannst. Gute Nacht. Ich weiß aber jetzt tatsächlich nicht mehr auswendig, in welchem Dings das Lagerhaus war, wo der sich verschanzt hat. Oh, okay. Ein Soldat reicht scheinbar für die Brücke, das finde ich gut. Das finde ich sehr gut. Ah, das war da. Nee, das war nicht hier. Okay. Den anderen müssen wir jetzt nicht machen. Und weiter. Ja, wir kommen hier sehr, sehr gut durch. Das freut mich. Ich laufe dann mal, ne? Muss ich ja jetzt nicht darauf warten, dass ich entdeckt werde. Und auf die Kamera müssten wir jetzt theoretisch auch nicht mehr. Ich glaube, hier war das. Aber hier ist kein Schwein mehr. Ja, gut. Sehr schön.
Peter, I have sensor B.
Good. Head to the bottom of strut A.
How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
What?
But the sensors are live, which means...
This is Pliskin. I've located the last C4.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin! Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline. Right. The one in shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Raiden, move! Get to the bottom of strut A now!
Alles klar. Ah, 400 Sekunden. Jetzt müssen wir den Weg nochmal komplett zurückklatschen. So. Komm schon. Okay. So, und... Oh, nein. So, zack, ausrüsten. Wunderbar, weiter. Eieieiei. Okay, der pennt noch. Okay, ich kann hier durchlaufen. Wunderbar. Puh, okay, ich bin jetzt ein bisschen angespannt, weil ich mag es nicht mit Countdowns laufen. Ja, der ist noch wach. Oder wieder wach, eher gesagt. Okay, aber wie gesagt, wir kommen hier sehr gut durch. Gott sei Dank. So, und weiter. Aber wir waren seit Anfang des Spiels nicht mehr hier oben. Okay, keine Zeit, keine Zeit. So. Bin doch jetzt da. Oh, danke. Macht doch sowas nicht mit mir.
Raiden, Pliskin, listen carefully.
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
Fat man has my number. A proximity trigger. Microwave.
Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes. As for the rest...
Pete, get the hell out of there.
There's less than 30 seconds left. It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from Strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Raiden, keep your distance. Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
Alter. Fuck. So, Sensor B ausgerüstet. Wo ist es? Eieieiei. Wieder ganz zum Anfang. Ist das hier Wasser? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Am U-Boot vielleicht so? Ach, spring doch da nicht rein, du blöde Nuss.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push.
Das weiß ich, danke. Ach, guck mal da. Okay. Ich habe noch genug Zeit. Ich muss mich jetzt nicht stressen lassen, obwohl ich schon Stress habe. So. Okay, das bringt es gerade so gar nicht. Okay. So, jetzt aber. Oh. Gott sei Dank.
Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes, it was.
Colonel, any damage report on the explosion?
Seems that the duct for diverting the contaminated seawater was destroyed, and the central section of Shell 2 is flooding. The explosions ignited the oil slick on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate danger.
Is the big shell stable?
Shell 1 was unaffected. The price was high, but the threat of the bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the President. Get back to the upper level.
Roger that.
Alles klar. So, aber wir machen jetzt hier eine kleine Pause. Oder ich zumindest. Vielen, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein, Leute. Ciao, ciao.